heads up and give introductory remarks to inaugurate the session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Srinivas Garu. Honorable guests on the dais and the attendees from various colleges, other organizations, thank you for coming. There are two reasons India is celebrating. First is Science Day, National Science Day. On the same day, world is celebrating Rare Disease Day. Even though both are important in their own way, today we'll be talking about the Rare Disease Day, why we are here and what for we are. First, let me provide some background information on what and why Rare Disease Day is essential. Rare Disease Day is a global initiative to raise the awareness, advocate for the better care and treatment, and generate support for everyone on rare diseases. February 28th is chosen simply because it is very special. It only comes every 4 years. It takes place on 20th. It has also happened to create more equity to people and for rare diseases. You can participate in the rare disease any way you want it. People use marathons, bikeathons, fundraising, representing the government, whatever way you want, raise the awareness for rare diseases. Let me share something personal to think about. In 1776, during the Declaration of Independence of the United States, they made the proclamation, all men are created equal. It took 150 years to include women in it. It takes that long time. And also, recall the statement, equity is the second tallest statue symbolizing the equality, which is in Hyderabad. That's the equity symbol. And this is not just the United States, but even you see similar statements in Bhagavad Gita as well. Now, I say just now, all are equal, and that's not really true. There are some people, they are not equal. At least 5% of people in this country or everywhere are born differently. They are not equal. They are all with rare diseases. So remaining 95% people should have the responsibility, include them in the mainstreams. That's the message that I want to talk about this. Interestingly, rare disease do not distinguish rich, poor, men or women, religion, caste, creed. Everybody is vulnerable to it. Therefore, we all must work together, irrespective of what we do for living, where we live in the globe, on the globe. The combined effort is urgently needed to accomplish such a noble cause, rare diseases. As we speak, more than 300 million people globally, specifically 90 million Indians, are suffering from more than 7,000 rare diseases. The number is increasing, hundreds every year. One of my close friends told me yesterday that in our country, there are more rare disease patients than taxpayers. Sadly, more than 80% of rare diseases are genetic, out of which 60 to 70% children do not see their 5th birthday. Only 5% of the diseases have treatments, not cures. At this rate, if we want to develop the drugs for all rare diseases, it requires thousands of years. We will never get there. There is other options we should explore how we can help those people. The global situation is no different from Andhra Pradesh, with a a population of 5.2 crores, the expected rare disease population in AP is about 25 to 30 lakhs. Although we don't know, but there is a reason to suspect that AP also has 7,000 rare diseases too. However, only a few have been listed, and less than 1,000 patients have been in the national registry managed by the ICMR. The pharmaceutical industry in AP is flourishing. It's home to 200 plus pharmaceutical units, one of the top 3 states in the pharmaceutical exports worth of $1 billion USD. Pharma City is in Visakhapatnam, houses more than 60 pharmaceutical units. Andhra MedTech Zone is Asia's first medical device park in Visakhapatnam, and 126 pharmaceutical colleges produce 11,000 highly skilled personnel annually. AP is a progressive state. With this rich tradition and resources, there are ample opportunity for the Indian government to proactive and become a leader in all aspects of these diseases and orphan drugs. This is my one of the requests to the Secretary, sir, here. Our request is, on behalf of rare disease patients in our state, sir, the entire country, and the Health Secretary, C. Krishna Babu Garu, here are some of our thoughts for your consideration. Some orphan drugs are so expensive that no one can afford. Crores of rupees per patient per year. However, in some situations, the Ministry of Health provides partial financial support up to 50 lakhs rupees. Only few drugs qualify for this funding. Most states do not have dedicated budgets for rare diseases, even though health is the state responsibility. Orphan drugs, API molecules are exported and formulations are imported. This causes additional burden such as import taxes, etc., to be added. Due to the small rare disease population, the pharma industry is reluctant to develop drugs for rare diseases. Unlike the United States and other countries with dedicated incentives such as orphan drug exclusivity, tax deductions, and protocol assistance for the clinical studies, Indian pharma does not get any of these incentives. Therefore, state and the central government work together to draft policies promoting the orphan drug accessibility and affordability. When pharmaceutical companies develop an orphan drug, the industry often finds it challenging to market their products due to the lack of prevalence information. The government should recognize disease-specific organizations, and such information must maintain patient registries at tertiary healthcare and diagnostic centers. Another thing is diagnostic odyssey. The diagnosis of rare disease often takes several years, involving multiple visits to multiple sites, multiple experts, and incorrect diagnosis for many cases. This experience is so common with the rare disease community that it has named diagnostic odyssey. There are numerous issues not addressed accurately. Definition of rare diseases, natural history of the disease, lack of basic knowledge of the disease, and lack of experts' preventive methods, newborn screening, and lack of medical education, professional training, and family insufficient funds. Due to paucity of time to cover these aspects of the rare diseases and orphan drugs, we would like to ask AP government to take action on the following few items. This is not complete list, but in the very short. Sir, establish referral centers in district hospitals for people suffering from blood, neurological, metabolic disorders. This would facilitate access to the central government approval, Rashtriya Arogya Nidhi schemes. The referral system will streamline patients' care and ensure these central funds and state facilities are effectively utilized. Number two, establish the government-sponsored medical stores and procure the orphan drugs. Rare disease patients consume few drugs and regular pharmacies do not, very unlikely to carry them. The government can provide orphan drugs, make them available at a subsidized rates, and make them available to the patients through the Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jana Aushadha Pariyagna. Third, establish a center of excellence for rare diseases in Andhra Pradesh. There are already 12 center of excellences, including one in Telangana, dedicated to treating rare disease patients. Given that the center funds are annually earmarked for teaching rare diseases, it is now time for Andhra to establish one center of excellence in the AIIMS Mangalagiri facility. Fourth, Andhra Pradesh create a state-funded dedicated rare disease center. This center can provide patients and their stakeholders with information such as diagnosis, treatment options, and healthcare providers, prevalence data, etc. And these also serve to rare disease patients, can provide a tree of subsidized rates in line with estimating healthcare schemes such as NTR Vidya Seva and Ayushman Bharat facilities, including rare disease data in National Family Health Survey, to gather valuable data on rare diseases in households. Andhra Pradesh advocates for including rare diseases related questions in the need National Family Health Service around. Sir, this is just a few of the requests that we are making, and there are many other things that the government can do, and it is my hope that Andhra becomes a model city, model state for the entire country by becoming the leader in taking this cause. My last word, sir, I conclude with an ask for 2025 Rare Disease Day. Healthy beginning and hopeful future for all. Thank you, sir.